Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kryptonize. Joining me, you guys have probably seen these people. It operates like a TV show for me. It looks like you guys are running a TV show on YouTube. We've got Lauren and Lincoln from Austin Flippers. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Thanks so much for having us.
Welcome to Austin. I'm Lauren.
Hey, and I'm Lincoln. We're in Austin, Texas, ATX.
We are renovating homes in the Austin area, and we're taking you behind the scenes.
We're flipping houses. I've been doing it for a couple years in Austin. It's a great place to be in real estate.
We're gonna renovate homes. We're gonna inspire lifestyles.
Lauren and I are old friends from college, and she pitched me on the idea of doing this channel and taking you guys along for the journey.
So tell me, what gave you inspiration for creating this show?
Yeah, I have to give Lincoln credit on that one. I was not a YouTube aficionado by any means. I thought it was for cat memes and viral videos. And he told me, this home renovation content's so popular on HGTV and network television, and nobody is really doing it in a high quality, entertaining way on YouTube. And basically, I think this is the wild, wild west and our opportunity to go capture that market. And so here we are. Yeah.
Wow. So how long have you been doing it now?
Since 2018.
2018. And how many episodes do you have?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. Probably 30 or so. We're up to one a month now, pretty consistently, but it was a little more scattered in the past.
I noticed your last one, you brought in a guest that had been watching the show for a while, and you walked him through how to flip his own property in Texas. I don't know where he was from, I forgot, but
he was in New Jersey, actually. Yeah,
New Jersey.
Cool.
I mean, in New Jersey, I have lived near New Jersey, and I've spent a lot of time in Texas. I've never lived in Texas, but there's two different places. So if I went in alone, I would need somebody like you guys to help me out.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. That was, a catalyst for creating Homemade was we had all these YouTube subscribers across the country saying they wanted access to this investment class and how could they get started. And so that was really the reason we started Homemade to begin with, is to be able to work with people kind of across the country doing projects here in Austin.
This episode sponsored by my company, Smart Blocks, where you can go and tokenize your real estate if you're a developer, or if you're watching from anywhere in the world, you can buy fractions in real estate for as little as $25 a token. Check it out, smartblocks.xyz. What's your end goal here? Do you want a show on Netflix? Do you use it for finding deals? I noticed some YouTube subscribers are sending you their own deals, and you make money off of those. What's the end game?
Yeah, I think when we started it, we didn't really have a plan. It was like, hey, maybe we could get some free flooring out of this or something. And that's like evolved over time. It's been, it's amazing. Your audience sort of lets you know what they want from you. And Lauren alluded to it. We created this company called Homemade, where we basically, it's like a flipping as a service with our subscriber clients. So we are helping them to find properties you alluded to renovate them and exit them, and kind of it's like a platform for that. So that's our end goal, is like building that out as a company to kind of be I describe it like the Shopify for real estate investors that want to fix and flip. If you want to compete with the likes of Amazon or whatever, you need kind of those institutional grade tools, and that's what we're trying to build out. That's our goal at the moment. So do you have are you working on a software platform as we speak? Is this some sort of announcement? Not an announcement. But that we are building that at the moment. And that's sort of what powers the back end of what you see on the videos, where we are working with guys like Kunal, the subscriber from New Jersey. And it basically is like that's how he's able to do it from New Jersey, is that we're syncing all of this on the back end with him, so he can pick his design selections. We can update him on the construction progress, draws, the whole 9 yards. That's all powered on the back end. You don't really see that on the show, but that's the platform we're building out at Homemade.
Okay, so people would just log into the platform, and they would be able to upload their project to the platform, and you'd kind of, not you personally, but the platform, help them walk through the process and
Yeah, eventually.
wring out
That's
profits.
the longer term vision.
Yeah.
Currently, the way it works is we put properties under contract here in Austin and now in Dallas. And if clients are interested, they can look at sort of the deal page and see expected return, what the market's looking like in those areas. If they choose, they can then put that property under contract. They buy the house. We do all the scoping, designing, renovating for them, and then we help them list it on the back end. So it's really a kind of a turnkey way to house flip without having to get your hands too dirty.
Yeah, and I've done plenty of house flipping, and you really do get your hands dirty. At least I did.
Yeah.
I didn't have a platform to help me out. I mean, I was as dirty as I came.
Well, we've really started.
I learned
We've
the
really
hard
started
way.
with novice investors because that's a lot of people from our, who watch our show. But ultimately, our goal is to be so efficient that even if you've done this before, why wouldn't you use us, kind of thing.
Let me turn to the Texas economy. Tell us what's going on down there, and is it getting harder and harder to finance things because the interest rates are higher, or prices coming down? What's the market look like down there?
Yeah, so it's been a challenge since interest rates peaked or started rising about 18 months ago, and Austin was basically the hardest hit, or I will say the most whiplashed economy because it had a bigger run up than most, but now it's had a subsequent larger decline, which has been like a challenge. For flipping, you want, slow and steady or, a slight tailwind, prices rising, but, a big spike, a big decline. But I would say as of January of this year, there's a noticeable shift in the market, especially the real estate market, where our days on market has significantly declined. Prices have stabilized. So I'm optimistic, and the Texas economy more broadly has always been very robust because it's big and it's well diversified, and Austin in particular has a lot of industries that it leans on: the state government, the tech industry. The University of Texas is a big driver here. So, I think things are looking up, but it's been a tough 18 months, I'd say.
Yeah, and to your point, that client we were referencing from New Jersey, on his property, we were able to get multiple offers, which we haven't seen in a hot minute. So that was a really great sign and indicator to us that, interest is there, especially in the right locations.
Well, when I saw the episode, and I'm like, what's wrong with this house? From the outside, it looked like a beautiful house. I mean, here in California, it'd be like $3 million, $4 million, at least where I live. And I'm like, what? And then you get into the inside and you understand, okay, this house hasn't been updated since it was built. And they seem to like stripes and some weird decor.
The main issue on that one was it had a very severe foundation shifting. And so it would not qualify for a conventional loan. So that really limits your buyer pool. So a lot of what we do as flippers is really just come in and make it market ready, a lot of product that otherwise couldn't get conventional financing. And so a big thing on this one, this was a severe foundation. We were able to fix that. There were some other big ticket items that we addressed. And then otherwise, to your point, we got rid of the racing stripes and went with a more neutral palette.
See, I always came across these foundational things when I was doing flipping both in Florida and California. And it's like, I got lucky sometimes to even discover them. Do you guys have a very robust due diligence process before you go in there and purchase the property?
Yeah, 100%. That's like our number one thing is our checklist of stuff that we have checked out every time. In our market, we have the foundation looked at every time. Our foundation repair company, they come out and they'll shoot levels and tell us if it's off or not. And we have that checked even on stuff that doesn't necessarily feel right. But, to your point, I mean, that's one of many things that you got to check. We always run open permit searches, zoning reports. We get every property third party inspected because you just never know what kind of, ball of hair that you're trying to untangle on these things. And you can lose a lot of money as soon as you buy if you don't do that due diligence up front.
Well, I've learned the hard way. So let's shift with the last available time. Let's shift to future of real estate. You guys are probably aware we do the tokenization of real estate. We have our own platform that just does that. Is that even in your universe right now, or is it so early that you're not even thinking about it? And I mean like tokenizing a fund so you could raise money from around the world, or just raising money in general to fund all your projects? Or do you have like a bank or something that's funding most of these for you?
So our clients and we take out typically debt on every project, and then it's equity. And I think what you're doing is super interesting. That there's a ton of ways to raise capital around this. We're focused, like Lauren said, on this sort of mom and pop segment. There's about 60% of the fix and flip market that is first or second time individuals, people that, I mean, they've probably seen some content, watch HGTV or one of our episodes, and that capital is getting deployed and is really underserved in the market in terms of like tools and things to help them from, making the typical mistakes that first and second timers make. So we're really excited about that, but I think, it's an exciting environment. I don't know if you've kept up with this latest ruling, about the National Association of Realtors with commissions. Like,
oh, for sure.
That's, I don't have a crystal ball on exactly how that'll play out in the market, but no doubt there'll be, some companies that are built on that premise of solving that problem. And I think it introduces some potential new problems, folks having to come to the table with more cash to pay a buyer's agent commission than they otherwise would have. It's an interesting time in the market.
Yeah, I want to see how this all shakes out, because now if you're a buyer's agent, you don't even know if you're going to get paid from the seller. You certainly aren't going to get paid for the buyer up front. So do I really want to show people houses? So there's that whole thing in play. But, supposedly real estate commissions were always negotiable, but we all know they weren't. That just wasn't the case. So now that they are, at least from the buyer's perspective, we'll see what happens. I don't have a crystal ball either. It just, when I was in real estate, I would have been bummed. I would have been only a listing agent, or I would have gotten out of the business altogether.
Right.
With this ruling.
Yeah, and I think I have my license, but I've never done the traditional realtor thing. But I think a lot of people get started as buyer's agents, hosting open houses and build up a book of business because, in my opinion, that the grind of it is the driving people around to the houses, unlocking the doors, sticking a sign in the yard and then waiting for some offers to come in, at least in a market where that's the case, is, in my opinion, a lot easier job. So my suspicion is it'll be a case of the rich getting richer, the established folks being able to reap the lion's share of the reward on that.
Okay, so let's talk quickly about your future. Have you thought about putting together a real estate fund, or are you just focused on this fix and flip and not hold type of thing? Because I know people that fix and they don't flip, they fix and they Airbnb.
Right.
So there's different models, and they're tokenizing funds, and they're going to use those funds to do exactly what you're doing, but they want to hold for the long term, not flip out of it.
Yeah, so we've done various structures in the past, worked with outside folks. So we're switching to 100% sort of a service model for our clients, where we're not actually taking economics in any of the projects going forward, i.e. all of the upside is accruing to our clients. We're not taking any upside and we're not taking any downside. To my point earlier, like, we want to build out Shopify to empower, a bunch of, Shopify empowers a bunch of, folks to be able to sell whatever it is they're selling on the internet. We think the biggest opportunity for us is in that, and not raising our own funds, but actually building out like a world-class service company for the capital.
Love it. And when do you anticipate a launch? And I don't mean to push you, but this is very interesting to me.
Yeah, no, so it's live right now. You can go homemade.co. We accept applications right now, so it's not a we're a little selective on who we'll work with, but it's live. You can go check it out right now. Apply to work with us, and you can end up in a YouTube video if you're not careful.
Well, if you're making $60,000, I don't know how much he ended up making, but
yeah, that's what he made.
Yeah,
that's what he made.
Yeah, so okay. Like I said earlier, we obviously make money by helping fulfill that, but we make that as a buyer's agent, we make that as a contractor, we make that as a seller's agent, but that $60,000 was his to keep.
Love it. Yeah, and it looked like you guys did all the work.
We did a lot of it.
No comment. I know. So anyone could apply to work with you just in Austin or Dallas or anywhere in the country?
Yeah, currently just in Austin and Dallas, but looking to launch national soon.
Yeah, and to be clear, we are renovating homes in Austin and Dallas, but we work with folks from
Across the
anywhere.
world,
So
yeah.
like I said, Kunal was in
Across the world.
Yeah, he was in New Jersey. We did it. He did the whole thing remotely and flipped that house. That house was in Austin.
We have a client in South Korea, Italy, so wherever.
Wow. But the properties are in,
Yes.
in Austin
Yeah.
or Dallas,
Exactly.
right? You're not going to come out here to San Diego or LA to.
Not anytime
yet.
soon.
Okay. Well, the weather's nice.
Too
Well, I
many
guess it's nice
regulations
out there right now.
for that.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Especially if you're in the Coastal
Right.
Commission here. All right. Well, we're going to wrap things up. I really appreciate it. Lauren, Lincoln, great show. I'm surprised Netflix hasn't come knocking. Maybe they have, and you just said, nah, they don't want to deal with that hassle, because it is a hassle. I've got some personal experience, and people I've dated have experience with it. So, well, good luck with
Yeah.
everything. Look forward to following your journey. Go to their YouTube channel. It's in the comments below. Check out their platform if you want to work with them. I don't see it's like a no losing situation. I mean, it seems to me you guys are going to help me make money. That seems, and you make money along the way. It's a win-win. Seems like a no-brainer. But don't know what the application process is like. So check it out and let me know in the comments, what your experience is. Thank you very
Thanks,
much,
Mark.
everyone.
Appreciate
Mark.
it.